Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. As you can see here, yes, that was a rank 1 in GBL. So this is actually going to be my son's account here. We're going to be going into the Remix Cup, and we have these three Pokemon to use. We have a Gengar with 2 moves, a Tangela, and a Blastoise. Now we have another dilemma, and that is going to be the shortage of charge TMs for his account. So this is my son's account. He was into it for a little bit when we first started making it and playing together, but seeing that I'm always playing this game, he's kind of like, not really into it too much. He has his other things going on. So I decided, let's just see what we can do here. Have a little fun and bring you guys the battles in which we're going to only be using 3 Pokemon here. Getting hard countered right away with this Obstagoon. And we're just going to take a look at nearly a 40-minute video here. And the progression that we do make, and as our opponents do become more difficult as we do rise up, you will clearly be able to see people that probably have secondary accounts here. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You do what you got to do, that are playing in GBL. You want to play some more battles, you have another account, well, there you go. So with that said, let's see what we're going to be running into. Some pretty interesting Pokemon and team comps here. And remember, keep it clean in the comments regarding, people's play style, because we're at lower rank. There's no need to say, oh, they should have done this, should have done that. We know what it is. But with that all said, let's get into it. And one more thing. Yes, this team is going to be very vulnerable to, say, an Altaria. Because we do have a Tangela, which, well, poison and grass, poison's neutral, but we're going to be taking a lot of damage. Tangela is not the most reliable Pokemon around. Blastoise, unfortunately, like we said, we don't have TM, so we can't get Ice Beam. So we're stuck with Hydro Cannon, which is the Community Day move, and then Skull Bash. And for the Gengar, we do have the Community Day move as well. I did make this on his account when this did occur with the Shadow Punch, and as you can see, Sludge Bomb as well. So let's get into the commentary here. I had a lot of fun, a lot of crazy matchups, a lot of hard counters, and a lot of decent leads as well. So with that said, now let's get into it. So, yeah, and remember, like I said, not everybody's going to have the ideal moves. These are lower ranks. People don't care. They just hop in. Maybe some of them do or don't. They don't have the perfect Pokemon. Anyways, so they're bringing in a Latias here. So we're just going to go straight for the Shadow Punch. No shields, doing a ton of damage. Swapping into our Tangela and Vine Whipping that Dragon down. Bringing in their Psychic Pokemon. We're just going to go ahead and go for the Grass Knot here and take the win. Now, you're going to see me going for Sludge Bomb at times where it probably made no sense. Now I'm going to tell you why really quick here with my noob self. I've used Ivysaur so much, as well as Bellsprout, that I had it in my mind this Tangela was part poison. I'm not a scrub. I know that it's only grass, but, I was just thinking, I'm getting stat here. I'm just going to go for this Sludge Bomb. So just disregard that. Should be going for Grass Knot a lot of times, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, that Porygon did go for Zap Cannon. We let it go through, not very effective. That is a hard-hitting move. It is massively resisted with the grass, so we're taking it quite nicely. And they're bringing in a Lairon here with, looks like Metal Claw. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Grass Knot, doing neutral damage because of the rock typing. And obviously, Poison's not very effective because of the Steel. So we're going to bring in our Blastoise, so this is just, we're just going to work through this here. Don't worry, the battles are going to get more intense and exciting as we do go on. People are going to definitely give us a run for our money. The team comps do start to change as we do rank up here. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Skull Bash, I suppose, and do a lot of damage, and then swap, take out that, and take the win as well. We're going to be leading with Gengar the entire time here. So we're met with a Zapdos with Charge Beam here. Okay, so this is great. They're not going to be able to charge their energy as fast as Thundershock. All right, and we're getting that first one through. Also, Zapdos in the Great League is pretty squishy. It can definitely be useful, but the Gengar is just going to be doing so much damage with the quick moves and able to spam those Shadow Punches very fast here, putting on the pressure. They're letting it go through. They want to hold on to that shield. Very nice. And they did get the boost, which was hilarious. I mean, it's like, oh. So they're bringing in their own Gengar. We're going to go for Shadow Punch ourselves here to do that damage. They're letting it go through. We take it out. They have a Lapras in the back. Okay, so we have Blastoise and Tangela to still use here. So we're just going to go ahead and bring in our Tangela and then swap it to Blastoise. I was trying to maybe catch a, Ice Beam or something like that, but Well, there we go. I'm guessing they have Surf and Ice Beam, so they just went for their hardest hitting move there. And we're going to be going for Hydro Cannon just because I didn't really need to. I knew that, yeah, exactly, they're going to shield up there. Going for the Skull Badge would have been pointless. Just go for another Hydro Cannon. Despite it being resisted, it's still going to do decent damage. And they just give up there, and we just Water Gun down with the Blastoise. All right, let's keep it moving here, folks. What can you do if you're limited with Pokemon? Well, I'm going to show you. So our next battle, we're met with a Toxicroak here. This is okay. You know, the Mud Bomb is super effective, but we're having a massive resistance to the counter damage while we're doing a ton with our Shadow Claw there. Getting the first shield, and we are absolutely going to shield up this Mud Bomb as well. We will be able to outpace it. If they want to double shield that Toxicroak, that sounds good to me. Tangela doesn't really have a great matchup against it, but we're taking it out, and in comes a Mawile. Oh boy, and this one has Ice Fang. Wow, that's the first time I've seen that. That's very interesting. We're going to go for that Shadow Punch, swap into our Blastoise here, taking resisted damage from the Ice Fang, and we're just going to let this charge move go through. It is a Power-Up Punch, no problem at all. They're still holding on to one shield, and they have an Empoleon back there. Beautiful. We're going to be able to win this potentially here. Tangela does need to look out for Drill Peck. The Hydro Cannon is still doing a ton of damage, as you can see here, so that's just beautiful. We're going to let this go through. We don't want to use a shield on our Blastoise. We're going to get another one of these through, expecting a shield at this point because the first one did a lot. And we're going to wait for that clock, and we can swap now, or they're just going to take us out. That sounds good. Going in with the Gengar, not even bringing in the Tangela, just going to go for the Shadow Punch and take the win on the shieldless Empoleon. Thank you, Gengar. Let's go. Now, who was the MVP? Out of all these battles, I'm going to have to say definitely the Gengar. Right, so we have a horrible lead up against the Hypno there because of the confusion doing so much to us. We could stay in there and really put on the pressure as well, but I'd rather just swap into the Blastoise. More than likely, they're going to have, I don't know, Thunder Punch. So we have to keep that in mind. Blastoise is a bit thick. So we're going to go ahead and shield up the first one, though. And try to get to another Hydro Cannon. Absolutely letting this one go through. We will survive. Confusion's so slow to register. So we can... Oh, wow. We were there. I was wrong. So I do something... Oh, no, never mind. Thought I was going to go in with Gengar. That's not the battle. So they have a Mandibuzz here. And we're just going to go for the Sludge Bomb. We're in a very, very horrible position. Gengar's not very effective. And, well, this Mandibuzz is going to be able to run over the Gengar and this Tangela because of the typing. So we're not looking great. Going to go for another Sludge Bomb. At least this is neutral damage, doing decent. Swapping into Gengar here. We have one shield left. So here we go. The pressure is on. We had a bit of energy. They're going for Aerial Ace. And we need to build up to 2 Sucker Punches. This is not very effective, but it will KO. Expecting the first shield here. And we get it. Going for the next one. This will take out the Mandibuzz. What do they have in the back? Wonder if Gengar's going to be able to handle this, or the Tangela. And it is going to be... Oh, a Whiscash. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So we can't go for Sludge Bomb because that's not very effective to the ground. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that Shadow Punch here. Hoping, yep, there you go. They're definitely not going to be able to farm us down. They're going to have to throw that energy. Tangela's going to have a massive advantage here. But unfortunately, we don't have enough health. And they're going to be able to take us out with Mud Bombs here. Hey! Yep, we took a loss there. It's all right. Still at rank 1 here. Let's keep it going. So I don't know what happened because when I first started to do these battles on my son's account, there was actually one battle that was already done. I think that was from last season, to be honest with you. We just haven't completed the set ever since. So anyways, we had a decent lead up against a Togekiss. They're going to be swapping into a Meganium. Now Tangela is going to actually shine here because Frenzy Plant's resisted and so is Earthquake. Beautiful, but they go for the Earthquake there, which is fine. Building up quite a bit of energy on the Tangela. We're going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. And not quite KOing, but then we're going to be able to Vine Whip down. Still holding on to 2 shields. In comes the Togekiss. We're going for the Sludge Bomb. We're in a pretty good position here. So let's go ahead and go for that. Getting both shields. They're farming us down with Charm. Going to bring in the Gengar here. Going to get a shield. I need to be careful because they might try to swap after this. I think their clock is up. Yep, there they go into a Kangaskhan. And we're going to go right into our Blastoise here. And this is okay. You know, Kangaskhan is going to be a normal type here. So we don't really have too much to worry about. I'm assuming they have Power Up Punch and Crunch. And Gengar obviously doesn't have a great matchup. We just need to get that Hydro Pump through, no problem. And I think we actually will just shield up this Kangaskhan here. Doesn't matter what it is. Farm it down, have a Hydro Cannon ready to go, and we're going to be able to take the win up against this Togekiss here with the Hydro Cannon. And beautiful. Looking good, folks. So Gengar is absolutely amazing. It was hard countering me with Obstagoons when I first started going into the GBL with this team. But things started to turn around here. As you can see, we have a Clefable lead. Absolutely amazing. So we're going to stay here. But Charm is ridiculous. I don't know what in the heck Niantic's thinking. That thing needs to be nerfed or something. So they're going to be retreating with energy and going into a Whiscash. We're going to be bringing in our Tangela here, which is going to have an absolutely beautiful matchup. So we're going to go ahead and throw, maybe thinking that they were going to be able to build up to a Blizzard. Let's go ahead and just take them out. They're going to be bringing in a Beedrill here. So we're going to go for Sludge Bomb instead of the Power Whip, because Sludge Bomb's not going to be as resisted as the Grass. So we're getting it through, doing decent damage. They're throwing their energy here. It is a Fell Stinger, so they're bringing up their attack. I guess that's okay. Not the best. They still have 2 shields. Bringing in the Blastoise. At least that Beedrill does have half health. We are going to shield this up, and it is actually going to be another Fell Stinger bait there. So they got the shield for free. Very nice. While raising their attack, we're going to go ahead and go Hydro. Getting a shield, I would expect. Yep. Swapping into Gengar, and it's time to put on the pressure. We have about almost 2 or 3... Almost 3. All right, so there's 1. Now we have 2 ready to go. So there's no way. We're just going to push this gate through with all these charge moves. Let's get it. Bringing in the Clefable. Why didn't I go for the Sludge Bomb? We were not going to be able to get there. I don't think. So down we go. At least we're getting that through. Blastoise has a shield. We're just going to go in here, shield this up, and the Water Gun down. Bingo, bango. Easy money. Let's take the win. And also make sure you have notifications on and keep an eye out. I will be uploading battles from my account. Is this going to be a regular thing, playing on my son's account and uploading? Maybe from time to time. It is kind of fun. Let me know your thoughts. It is pretty interesting to see here. We see me battling all the time. So I thought I'd just show you guys this here. And what's going on? Why am I not bringing you guys any more news? And what's going on with Pokemon Go? Well, basically we have the Pokemon Snap thing going on. I've covered everything else. There's just been a barrage of news and updates and events going on, so it's just kind of nice to take a little bit of a break from that and just kind of, talk about PvP for a while here. We can get into other things and, strategies on collecting dust and all that stuff, but there's so many videos out there from me and a lot of other content creators. So, turn on a star piece and have Pokeballs and catch things that have evolutions and catch everything, and that's your Stardust grind. All right, so up against a Breloom. Getting a little nervous up against this Breloom here. Getting off the Sludge Bomb, last shield. And I'm thinking, am I going to get beat by a Breloom here? Is this thing actually going to beat me? It's decent. It's doing some work. They have a Melodic in the back. Okay, well, yeah, I've lost. There's no way. I don't even think a Skullbash would take that tanky thing out. We shielded up just to entertain the fact. Maybe we can get there. But that's not happening. We take a clean loss there. It's a good game. Moving on to our next opponent. Bad lead. Well, I mean, actually, this is okay. Bulldoze, we have to look out for that. That will KO in one shot. Counter, Body Slam, not very effective. Counter, as a matter of fact, is massively resisted because of the Poison and Ghost resistance. So, looking good. But the Shadow Claw is also resisted by them. They're swapping into Hypno after using a shield into our Tangela here. And what is it going to be? Are we going to let this go? Nope. And they have a Thunder Punch. Not very effective to the Tangela. Wasted a shield. Going for the Power Whip stab here. Or Grass Knot. If I call the Grass Knot Power Whip, forgive me. You know what I mean. So they're bringing back the Vigoroth. We're going to go for another Grass Knot. And surprisingly, this does a lot of damage. Look at that. Jeez, man. Grass Knot stab is insane. Even does a ton to Lapras, as you're going to see towards the end. So bringing in the Vigoroth, just going for the not very effective. It doesn't matter. They're too low. We're going to be able to take them out. They're letting it go through. They have a Whiscash in the back. We're swapping into Blastoise, and this is a GG. Blizzard can't do it. It's not going to cut. It's not very effective. Not stab. So they're just going to have to keep hitting those Mud Bombs, which, as a matter of fact, are doing decent damage. But I knew I was going to be able to take this here. They have one shield. They're holding on to it. They didn't shield up, which is kind of odd. But, hey, you do what you got to do. They're going to be able to just keep spamming those things. We're finally going to just let this thing go. And why? Well, we're just going to go ahead and bring in Gengar and Shadow Claw down and take the win and hold on to a shield. They didn't want to use a shield, and neither will I. All right, so on to our next opponent here. So we have an Uzi. So there was something weird about this opponent. First of all, the name. Okay, if you want to name yourself all numbers, then go ahead. So they have a Jirachi. Now they have a Shiny Celebi. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, they're going in here. They have Charge Beam. You think they'd have Confusion. Bringing in the Uzi, we're going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb. Again, like I stated earlier, sometimes I go for the Sludge Bomb and we're getting stabbed. Right? But anyways, we're going to go ahead and go for the Grass Knot now, which, okay. I'm getting both shields out of them. And I think the play is maybe we want to let this go Okay, it's a Thunder, so that's very interesting. Coming back in here with Blastoise, knowing that they're not going to be able to get to another one of those. And they have a Dragonite in the back with Wing Attack. Oh, Steel Wing. Well, that's the first I've ever seen a Dragonite have that quick move in GBL, ever. So yeah, this specific account that I battled is very interesting to say the least. Moving on to our next opponent here. Let's see what they're going to be bringing in. It's a Scrafty. So this is not good. This is horrible. So our Shadow Claws are, doing decent damage, while their counters are really not doing much. But if they hit us with the foul play, it's GG. So we're going to be throwing in our Tangela. We got the Sludge Bomb through, which was big. I'm talking like really big. We're able to farm down. We didn't use a shield, so we're looking great. They have an Absol back there. So this is one team very weak to a Charm user for sure right off the bat. Wonder what they have in the back. Must be something to protect them from some Charm users, right? We'll see. We're going to go ahead and let this go. Bring in the Blastoise, of course, because, well, Gengar does not want to see that Absol whatsoever, even though Absol is extremely squishy. Going for a Dark Pulse, fine. And what do they have in the back? It's going to be a Toxicroak. So, yeah, this team was definitely going to be weak to a Charm user. 100%. Sure, they have a Toxicroak, but that's not a foolproof plan if you have two other Pokemon that are going to be taking massive damage from Charm. But nonetheless, I'm not here to criticize. I'm just saying the Charm is a problem. Charm users are a massive problem. I mean, you could run triple Charm and you could take a lot of wins, and that is an issue, and just simply tapping the screen. Anyways, next battle, we're met with something new finally, and a Alolan Ninetales with Charm. Speak of the... oh, you know who. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for that Shadow Punch to get the shield. Beautiful. No need to go for a Sludge Bomb. No. Shields are down, maybe, but we're just going to bait here. They're letting it go through. Very nice call. We have a double KO. We got a shield out of them, and they throw in first, and you definitely want to wait till that clock is like down to the last second, so you're both throwing at the same time, so your opponent doesn't see what you throw out, and now I have the advantage by putting in my Tangela. And they have a Dragon in the back, which is going to be Salamence with Fire Fang. Very interesting, and Blastoise is going to love to see this here. Going to get that last shield and swap into our Blastoise. Not very effective, but that doesn't really matter. Salamence in the Great League is extremely squishy, and with its charge moves, we don't really need to worry about anything because they're all just take a ton of energy, right? It takes forever to get there, so shielding this up could be a Draco to end our life, and we take the win there. Looking good. On to our next opponent. Like I said, they're going to be getting progressively more difficult, right? So we're met with a Hariyama, another good lead here. They're going to be swapping very good into a Charizard with Dragon Breath, in which we're going to go right into our Blastoise tier. And we are going to hopefully let this go. Okay, good. Yeah, Blast Burn would have hurt, but yeah, go for that Dragon Claw. Expecting a shield, maybe? Okay. They just want to get into another Dragon Claw potentially, or make us use a shield here. Do as much damage, put it on the pressure. And we're able to farm them down with Water Gun. Gonna see if we can get to this Hydro Cannon. They're bringing in that Hariyama. And they're in a very bad position here. So getting that off, getting the last shield. Gengar is going to just absolutely put in work here. Going to go for the Sludge Bomb. Now, this is kind of devastating for them. Since we do win CMP, they had all that energy stored up. We're able to just take them down. And they do have a Seismitoad in the back, which is definitely going to not want to see the Tangela. And that right there is why you should know what moves specific Pokemon do have, so you can protect yourself from a threat like that Sludge Bomb, which would have done... well, it would have probably KO'd the Tangela. On to our next opponent. We're going to be met with an Ivysaur. This is great, and it has Razor Leaf. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still doing a lot of damage, but yeah, this is resisted. We're going to be able to really tack on that damage ourselves. They're outpacing us as far as quick move damage, but as far as charge moves, we're going to be able to take the cake there. Do they want to double shield it? I don't think so. We're able to take that win there, holding on to the Gengar barely, and they have a Ponyta. All right, so, I mean, like I said, no judgment here, guys. They're swapping into a Lapras, and they are, they still have a shield left. So what we're going to do is let this go through. It is an Ice Beam. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Tangela, just put on the pressure here. And we know that the Blastoise is loaded up on energy. This is going to be a better matchup for us up against the Ponyta because, well, it's super effective from fire. So we're looking great. So what we're going to do is let this go down. Simply hit the Skull Bash and then just hit the Ponyta with a Hydro Cannon, I suppose. Raising our defense here. Still have 2 shields. And that little Ponyta can spam us with Stomp. Yeah, so yeah, just a little bit of potential to, you know, put on some sort of a threat, I suppose. But we do have our shield, so yeah, we're going to be able to take the win here. Looking good. Thank you. All right, on to our next opponent. Let's see what it is going to be. And another Ninetales with Charm. Yes, it is. Okay, sounds good to me. Powdered Snow is probably more of a threat, simply because they can spam their charge moves more, specifically with Gengar. So we got their shield. Let's see if we can... looks like I was trying to go for the Sludge Bomb. I don't think I'm going to do that. No, I changed my mind. I quickly changed my mind. Let's go for another Shadow Punch here. 2 shields, and we're getting to another one. This is why I don't go for Sludge, and we're going to be able to take them out without having to use a shield. Or, I mean, we used 1 shield. They've used 2, right? So they have a Clefable. Oh, you want to keep using these Charm Pokemon. Okay, I got your back here. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb. Bam, done. Well, 1 more Vine Whip. Bam, done. What you got in the back? Vigoroth? Okay, sounds good. We're going to go ahead and bring that Blastoise and take care of the issue here. So you got a Vigoroth to take care of potential Steel types. Nice. Nice. Those double charm teams are dirty, I must say. But, you know, there's no rules. You can bring whatever you want into GBL, right? So we are going to simply shield this up. Yeah, definitely. And Water Gun down that Vigoroth and take the win with our Blastoise. Beautiful. Man, this was fun. It was fun. All right, so we're met with a Charizard. This is, it's okay. So they do have the Legacy quick move, I do believe. Yeah, it's going to be charging up energy pretty fast. Going for a Dragon Claw, using our shield. Going to go for our charge move as well. Potentially a shield. No, they're letting it go through. Oh, okay, sounds good to me. We're going to throw this instantly before they get off another one to either pressure them or take them down before they get off another charge. And they're bringing in a Clefable. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go for Shadow Punch to potentially get a shield. Beautiful. And I think we want to go in here with Tangela. Yeah. And then just throw these Sludge Bombs here. So that Charm is really digging into us. If they shield this up, we've used our last shield. Okay. So this is interesting. I think if they shield this, we want to swap into Blastoise instantly. Okay, good. Blastoise, go. Perfect. And getting to the Hydro Cannon. We could have farmed down, but we don't want to take a Psychic, to be honest with you. So down they go. What do they have? Another Charm. Oh, I was going to say another Charm. Slugma. Okay, well, that's rock and fire, so definitely doesn't want to see water. We take the win there. Moving on to our next opponent here. We're going to be starting to see rank 9 soon, so just, you know, we'll see. Hold up. And we're met with a Meganium. So this is, even though we resist grass, it's still not good because Gengar's squishy and Frenzy Plant's OP. Take a look. Yeah, not great. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get a shield here. They're letting it go through. Wow. All right. So are they going to let this one go through? Highly doubt it. Yep, shielding it up. And we have some nice lag there. They're swapping into a Vigoroth and they counter us down. They counter down a Gengar. Okay, you'll pay for that. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and bring in our Blastoise here. They are down a shield. This will KO. Well, it may have bring them down to like a couple HP, but we're getting their last shield nonetheless. So it's almost up to the Tangela. Oh boy, are we going to be able to do this? They're getting to another Body Slam, and I'm like, ugh. All right, at least we made them use up their energy, I suppose, but this is not looking great at all. So they're able to get to another Body Slam. That's the thing about Vigoroth. It's very amazing for spam ability. And they have a Toxicroak back there. I think we have taken the loss. I think we have lost this battle. Yep, we sure have. Good game. All right, there you go. Okay, let's see what the next opponent's going to be bringing here. And it is going to be a Scizor up against Gengar. So we need to look out for that Night Slash. It's going to KO. And simply just win this matchup. All right. If they take, I think we actually let them take us out. We just want to shield out of them here. We may shield again to see if they want to double shield that thing. Okay, because the Blastoise does have a good matchup against it. And the plan is to let the Gengar go down if we get 2 shields here. All right, beautiful. So yeah, we'll go ahead and let this go through. Come in with the Blastoise and farm down. Because the Bullet Punch is going to be resisted. We're looking great. Obviously, Tangela does not want to go up against it. It's going to be a good night's sleep tight kind of a situation. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through. It is a Night Slash, doing neutral damage, but not very much. There was no boost, so fine. Bringing in a Vigoroth. Again, we see a Vigoroth. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and hit it with Hydro Cannon. Now let's see how much. And they swapped, so we didn't see exactly the number. They're going to be bringing in their Charm User. Sounds good to me, and this is why we have the Tangela here. Let's go ahead and take care of that with the Sludge Bomb. Oh, right. I love that. Fantastic. Bringing in the Vigoroth, and we're going to be getting to the Grass Knot. This will easily KO, and we'll take the win with a Tangela. A Tangela. Yes, let's go. The thing is pretty decent. It actually is pretty good. Now, there was a couple more Pokemon on the roster that I could have used, but it was a muck. There's not too much on my son's account to work with here, so I thought it would be pretty fun to bring you guys a video of an account with minimal Pokemon to use going into GBL and to see what they can do, or what we can do specifically with my son's account. So we're up against a Whiscash here, getting that shield. That's fine. We do have the Tangela, which is going to be able to handle it. Looks like we're shielding it up, though. Okay. And maybe we want to see if we want to get a shield out of them, if they want to double shield that thing. Nope, that's not good. That is not really good. It is good that we farmed it down, though, actually, so never mind. So this whole team's weak to Blastoise. Wow, 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 wow. Going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon. Dang, this is interesting. Going to bring in the Tangela here. Unfortunately, not able to get to the Power Whip. We are going to let this go through. It's a Stone Edge, and they KO. That would have... Wow. Okay, this is not good. The Gengar is going to resist the Poison Jab. So we go in with our Blastoise to just do as much damage as we can before we do go down. We know that they're going to farm us here. They're going for a Stone Edge, and I need to farm this thing down all the way. All the way. Okay, beautiful. In comes Charizard. We're going Sludge. We're going Shadow Punch. We're going to take the win. Okay? So there's the Sludge. And here's the Shadow Punch. And we take the win. That was a close one. That was a good game. The whole team's weak to water. So, yeah. Anyways, on to our next opponent here. What are we going to be met with? Another rank 4. Okay. We're at 26 minutes. It's going to start really vamping up here in a minute, folks. And we're met with a Zebstrika. I like it. So they're going to be retreating into their Scyther there. And we're just going to stay here and throw the Shadow Punch. And swap into our Blastoise and farm it down. Oh, yeah, all the way. We're not going to shield this up. Scyther can hurt, though. Night Slash. Bug Buzz would have really done some damage to us for sure. Neutral damage. Bringing in a Rainy Cast Form. Okay, we're going to go straight for the Skull Bash. Thank goodness we have this thing now. So we were describing in the beginning the reason why we have Skull Bash is because we are at a lack of TMs. So, Skull Bash it is. We raised our defense. We're going to let this Weather Ball go through. I don't think they really wanted to go for a Thunder with that little of health, but it probably would have been better for them to take us out. But, hey, you do what you got to do. Maybe they were not at it quite yet. Bringing in that Zebstrika to farm us down. Fantastic. We both have 2 shields. Going to go for the Shadow Punch. And, yeah, we've essentially won this, so they let it go. They realized that we had a bunch of energy and another Pokemon left. Good game. All right, moving on to our next opponent, folks. There we go, rank 9. Let's get it. Let's kick it into the next drive here. We're met with a Medicham. Fantastic lead. So we're going to start seeing trainers that are, knowing what they're doing. So we see a Metagross here. They swap into a Metagross. Why? Why do they have a Metagross? Probably because of the Charm users, and it's pretty good to go up against them. Bullet Punch, the attack on Meteor Mash, and Bullet Punch Metagross? Yeah, let's go. So we're bringing in our Blastoise to resist all of the damage. We shielded it up because, well, it still hurts, and we didn't know if it was an Earthquake we weren't counting. They're bringing back that Medicham, and we're just going to simply do as much damage before we go down. They're letting it go through. Crazy. Wonder what they have in the back here. So 2 Pokemon weak to Ghost. We're letting that Power-Up Punch go through. I'm expecting Power-Up Punch and Ice Punch. Down goes the Medicham, and they have an Altaria in the back. All of a sudden, my heart dropped, and I was thinking, well, how am I going to win this? All right, so Gengar, that's how. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Punch here. We need to get that shield. Okay, okay. We have to shield this up. Go for a Shadow Punch. This is going to be very close here. We still have the Tangela, but that thing is horrible up against it, and it doesn't exactly charge extremely fast. But doesn't matter. Gengar's going to be able to take the win. Or Blastoise. Blastoise taking the win up against an Altaria with Water Gun. Next opponent, higher rank than us. Let's go. Great lead up against a Charm Gardevoir. Non-Shadow. They're swapping into Snorlax, which is a decent counter, or a Pokemon to have on the same team with that Gardevoir. Very nice. And we're going to be going into our Tangela. I just systematically did this. All right, we're going to be going for the Grass Knot here. Let's see if they let it go through or shield it. They're shielding it up, getting the first shield out of them, and expecting them, to farm us down here. So now this opponent, as you can tell, the skill has risen up a bit here. They're doing the farm down thing, not throwing their energy while we have just, a couple inches there. And they're going for a Body Slam. And that is by no means shaming any other people we battled. I'm just trying to emphasize the fact that these people are starting to showed the skill level of the ranks. So we're going to take them out with the Hydro Cannon. That's fine. And it's a Farfetch'd in the back. Okay, all right, okay. We have a chance to win. We have the Gardevoir low on health. We just need to shield this up and take them out. We're not going for Sludge. Shadow Punches are going to do just fine here. Farfetch is very squishy. So we're going to shield this up. Doesn't matter what it is. Charms are going to be doing some damage, though, even though we're poison typing. But we're going to be able to get to a Shadow Punch. I was thinking Sludge Bomb. No, there's no need. We're still doing super effective and taking the win with the Gengar up against them. All right, we have a couple more battles, folks. If you haven't hit that like button quite yet, make sure you do so. And we're met with an Escavalier. Fantastic lead here. Tangela does not want to see that battle. They're going to be bringing in a Toxicroak. I decide to stay here for just a minute. Throw this energy here because we still have a Blastoise that can kind of handle the Escavalier, and we really want to put on the pressure as well as get shields from them here. So this is great. Swapping into Blastoise after doing a ton of damage and not even having to use a shield. They did build up a bunch of energy. Going for Sludge Bomb. We let it go through. Sounds fine to me. And they're going to be bringing back that Escavalier. They're able to get to a charge move. I think I shield this up. We want to get off this Hydro Cannon to put on the pressure. Not that we're necessarily worried about that Escavalier too much because we do have the Gengar, but we want to get that last shield just like that. And they're going to be able to farm us down a bit. That's fine. Gengar is still holding on to some energy, I do believe. Yes, it is. And we are actually going to farm it down. We could have threw that Thunder Punch, or should I say Shadow Punch. But we want to farm it down. And they have a Jirachi in the back. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gengar loves to see this. That smile just got a little bit bigger. Gonna go for a double back-to-back and take the win. Yeah, looking good. Okay, yes, we had a good lead and a good close. Fantastic. On to our next opponent. Rank 7. Oh, what are they going to have? And it's an Obstagoon lead. Horrible for us. How are we going to play out of this? We don't necessarily have anything countering Obstagoon. Swapping into Blastoise, and they're going to be bringing in a Hypno. More than likely, it is going to have Thunder Punch. We have experience with this battle. We know Blastoise can take the Thunder Punch. Don't know if I shield up the first one here. Looks like we do. Okay. And we should be able to get to another Hydro Cannon. Perfect. And get the shield out of them, I would expect. And they're going to farm us. Well, no, they can't. I don't think they could farm us, really. Yeah, take us out there. Fine. Winning the swap. Going to go ahead and go in here with Gengar, doing crazy moves. Because we could take them out. Yes, it's fine. Bringing in that Obstagoon, we have to really come up with some crazy play to make this happen, folks. So we're getting the shield, fine. And unfortunately, I was trying to swap, but they caught us right in the crossfire with their charge move right before we hit it. And we have a Charizard in the back. Yeah, we are hard countered. We're going to lose this. Absolutely hard counter. Nothing we can do here. Unless... Let's see. We're going to put up a fight. We're going to put up a stinking fight, folks. Not until it's over, right? Farming it down. Going for a Sludge Bomb. Bring it on. All right? I only got 3 Pokemon, but I'll put up a fight until the end. And, of course, they're going to take the win there. Hey, it is what it is. It was a good battle. Had a hard counter lead and hard counter swap there towards the end. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent here. We're going to be met with a Dragonair. Okay, so this matchup... For our team, we have to take this thing out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts because Blastoise doesn't like to see it. Tangela does not want to see it as well. But that Dragon Breath is just stinging so much. Look at how much health they did to us before they're able to get to their first Aqua Tail. Ridiculous. Able to get to our Shadow Punch again. Maybe we'll get a shield. Okay, they're double shielding their Dragonair. So I think our best course of action is going to be Blastoise. Not very effective damage, but at least we're going to be able to resist the Aqua Tail. Same with Tangela, but Blastoise is a little bit more reliable in this situation than Tangela right now. Alright, so we're going to go for the Hydro Cannon, taking out the Dragonair. Now, what do they have in the back that is shieldless? That's the question. And they're bringing in a Lucario. I need to get to this Hydro Cannon. I have to. Otherwise, it's pretty much a GG. They're going for Power Up Punch. We're shielding it because we have to. Getting to the Hydro Cannon, and I... kind of feared that they might swap to catch this, but they're not. We're taking them out, and we're swapping. They have a Lapras in the back. We're able to get to the Grass Knot, and like I said earlier, look at the damage on this. Wow. Pretty much almost one-shotting it. Well, yeah, it had a little bit of a chip damage there, but wow, the damage was big, and we took that win. Met with a Shadow Gardevoir with their Gengar. Fantastic lead. They're swapping into a Tyranitar. Shadow, very spicy team they have going on here, and we're just going to bring in our Blastoise. We could have went with the Tangela as well, but I just thought Blastoise would be more suitable here. They're shielding it up. and we're farming it down. Fantastic. In comes a Shadow Victory Bell, and this is okay because we do have Gengar resisting it, but again, very squishy. Building up to 2 Shadow Punches, figuring that they're going to shield this because they have the Gardevoir in the back. Going for the first one, getting the shield, fantastic, and this is going to take them out here. And I do believe we want to swap into our Tangela instantly so we can get to a charge move here and take them out and take the win. So that was a good game. We did have a nice lead and swaps as well, so yeah. But we're working with a Tangela. All right. Okay. And a Blastoise on the same team. So we're met with a Steelix, something new, something interesting. And I do believe it has Thunderfang there. A very flashy move. So bringing in the Tangela, going to go straight for the Grass Knot. We're getting that through, doing some nice damage. It is neutral because of the Steel typing, making it neutral, while the ground is super effective. Taking super effective. Going for a heavy Slam move. Getting to another Grass Knot here, expecting a shield out of them. Okay, what in the heck is in the back? That doesn't make them want to swap. We're getting to another one here, and if they want a double shield, that would make no sense. All right, letting it go down, and they have an Ampharos, so oof, yeah, that was some nice farm that they got there. We have a Blastoise, not great. We have 2 shields, so it's not like we're in the worst position in the world here, so that's fine. Go and get that last shield out of that Ampharos. Okie dokie, sounds good to me, but they are loaded up on energy. We're definitely using 2 shields here. We don't need to go for a Sludge Bomb at this point. By the time we get to our Shadow Punch, we're going to be able to not quite KO, but do some decent damage. But they're swapping into a Togekiss to catch the Shadow Punch. That was clean, I must say. We could have just KO'd there because we had the energy, but they caught it. Swapping into our Blastoise, we really have to come up with a situation here. Going to go ahead and take this thing out instantly. I mean, it's still not the worst position. Bring it in the Ampharos with energy and no shields. I'm thinking that they have just about 2 ready to go. Down goes the Blastoise. In comes the Gengar, and we're able to get to it and take the win. Looking good. If you did enjoy this video, folks, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Turn notifications on, and I'll be keeping you up to date and bringing you some more battles. Take care, traders.